White magnetic mirror. Day 1 of a new wave, the second wave in the castle that we are in, the castle of burning bridges of the past, the third castle of 5 castles, which are 52-day cycles in this Zolkin spin. And today is exactly 260 days since we began the wave with the new galactic year in July last year. So this was the day out of time, and tomorrow will be Blue Lunar Storm, which is the galactic year that we're in. So in a way, we've been sort of gestating since that point, and the real storm of truth that this year represents is about to unfold between now and July, when we move into the next galactic year, which will be yellow electric seed. So we'll finally get out of this lunar energy that's very challenging, and we're in a lunar storm as well. But what's it all about? It's being held by this white mirror energy. So white mirror was the beginning of the wave that the galactic year was in 260 days ago, and we're back there in that wave. And the significance of the white mirror wave is much bigger, because we went into a generational wave as of the terrestrial date of January 1st, into the mirror years for 13 years in 2017. So we're in an age of truth. And boy, is it the age of truth. And it's all of these themes of truth and wisdom, the wizard and the mirror, that are holding this time. And it's very challenging, because it's in the white energy of refining and clarifying. So we are being kind of opened up, our reality is being dissected and truth is coming out. And at first we're on that journey of seeking truth. We just discover all of the yucky stuff that we've been in denial of, the shadow, and particularly at this time, the shadow wizard, the dark wizard, where we've disowned our power and it has gone into the shadows, and now it's coming projected back at us. So this is the ultimate truth that we are going to realize, that how it is we're responsible for this reality. But first of all, we have to go to that first layer of realizing how the reality is constructed. What is the truth of the reality, which is based on lies and delusions and confusions, and penetrate that into how it got that way, and then ultimately come to that inner truth and clarity, and come to the vibration of love, which is the truth that echoes throughout existence that we have slipped away from. We're in a reality that is not based on love. It's not emanating from love. Although we are beings that emanate from love, we're in this construct, and everything that's happened has been to take us away from ourselves, from the truth of ourselves and the truth of the love that we are. And all of that is just playing out in these karmic stories and this mess. And Blue Lunar Storm, the energy of tomorrow and the year that we're in, is been to stir all that up, to stir up all that childhood trauma through the ages that has blinded us to seeing through this illusion and seeing the truth. So white mirror represents truth and clarity and order and higher laws, and its journey, and we're in the 5th year of that. So we're in the terrestrial year from January 1, we're in White Overtone Mirror year. So it's going to be an interesting 13 days, I think, with more revelations and disclosures and truth. But are we ready for the truth? Can you handle the truth? I think that's a quote from a movie. And this is it. The truth will set us free, but it's going to annoy us a little bit at first. And often when we're seeking the truth and we receive the truth, it's painful and very difficult. It's like surgery, which is why the mirror symbol is also the sword of truth. And so it will be better after we've been through the other side. So when we're seeking truth, I always say keep going, because the other side of that seeking, once we face the shadow, is actually beauty. Coming back to the beautiful truth, which is the ultimate truth. And then that beautiful truth opens our heart, and we're able to really connect with that universal love that we are. And we are no longer mired in this reality, in the suffering of this reality. And we realize how it all makes sense in a way, even though it's hard to say that, when I'm in touch with my human, but it is all part of our play in our evolution, in our consciousness, creating realities and experiencing and expanding our experiences and feeding it all back into an awareness of love, coming back to love, because we left from love into creation and lost ourselves from love in order to find ourselves back in love. And this wave brings us to the center point of the calendar. And it's beautiful because the center point of the calendar is white cosmic dog, which is love, which is the center of it all. The meaning of it all is love. And so that's how we will get through this time. And when we look at the wave, we can see the core purpose point is white wind, white overtone wind. And the truth is, and a truth that's lacking in our reality, is that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. And once we accept that level of truth, then it's like, what does that actually mean? And what does it mean for the reality? And then everything changes, and our perception of reality changes, because we see it through the spiritual intelligence of remembering who we truly are as spiritual beings. And then that brings us to the intention point of the wave, which is to connect us to our multidimensional truth. So we have solar well bridger, so being able to sort of realize the bigger picture of who we are and what's actually going on here. Because how could we possibly navigate it? We're totally lost. I mean, our calendar that we live by day to day is divorced from reality. It's a construct, a man-made construct based on power. It's not based on the rhythm of the earth and the moon and the cosmos. So that's taken us out of sync, because we are organic beings and we're spiritual beings, but there are other kinds of beings here that are inorganic, AI and various other things, and they have a way of creating using our energy, but we don't understand our energy, so we don't know how it's being used. So this is this journey that we're on from 2017 to 2030, and then concurrently from 2019 to 2032 we're in the age of the white wizard, the age of the new shamans, I call it, and the great battle to reclaim our power. Once we realize who we are and how we've given our power away and how our power is being wielded against us, apparently, by the dark wizards, those with the knowledge, but they're not acting in alignment with love. And this is what the truth journey that we're on is really about, is really coming home to the core truth of who we are. And ultimately that is love, which is the end of this wave of white mirror, which is the midpoint of the calendar.